So if you have the F51 error code, I'm going to try to figure this out. What should we do to fix it?
Put bubble gum in it.
Put bubble gum in it? That's a good idea. We'll fix it with some bubble gum. So I figured out the real problem again is I just got more laundry stuck down around the edge of this thing. That's what I would try first, is looking for clothes here before you mess with anything else. So we got the F51 error code again on this same washer that we fixed before by taking out the drum and removing the little socks and underwear that were stuck in the drain. I don't think that's the problem this time, because it wasn't that long ago, maybe several months ago, that I fixed the error code that way. I read online that another possible potential issue is the nut on the bottom being loose, making it unbalanced when it's trying to spin or rotate. So I got it tipped down, got a bunch of towels, and there's a little wooden box. Get back here and show you what we're looking at. Underneath the washer here, there's this main center hex nut that people say if it gets loose, this can be the cause of the problem of the error code. So we'll try tightening this. Is much easier to fix this versus taking it apart like I did last time. Maybe this will do the trick. It was a little bit loose there. So yeah, that's what some of the people online said, that you just need to tighten this little hex right there. So that could have been the problem. Hopefully that was it. That would be nice. So I'm just going to run the rapid wash cycle to test this with a couple towels in there. I didn't want to do a full load. And unfortunately, we got the F51 error code again, even after tightening that bolt on the bottom. So we're going to have to figure out what's happening here. Dang it. Okay, now back to the drawing board. Since tightening this bolt didn't work, some people said that just all you had to do was tighten this bolt to get that error to go away, but that didn't work because I got it nice and tight now, but it's still having the F51 error code. So I'm gonna loosen this and take this off and check the sensor and see if the contacts in the sensor for the motor position sensor are dirty, and another video showed that would work. So let's try that. It might be this, because there's quite a bit of dust up there on that sensor. I don't know, I'll have to take it off and see if there's actually dirt or grime in the contacts that's making it have the error there. So that solved it for someone else on YouTube. We'll try and see if it works here. So I basically just wiped it off with alcohol on a paper towel, rubbing alcohol on a paper towel, dusted it off, got any dust off of this and cleaned it real well. I didn't actually take that green microchip part out of the plastic housing. I was worried I was going to damage it. Smoothed and sanded down these metal power contacts here, to see if that was an issue. So this will plug in there and hopefully have a little bit better connection. I don't know if that was a problem or not, but we'll see if that was the case. So we're just getting this put back together, and we'll set that back on and try it out here. Just running a drain and spin cycle to see if that error code will happen again. What the heck is 5D? Tired of this washing machine. It's driving me crazy. I don't know what it's doing now. I was just trying to drain it so I can fix it, but now it's doing this dumb 5D thing and filling up with water. I don't want water in there. I want the water gone. So I figured out the real problem again is I just got more laundry stuck down around the edge of this thing. I pulled out this little sock. I pulled out this pair of shorts. So this pair of shorts was wedged down in there about halfway down, and that's why it wasn't allowing it to spin. That pair of shorts was stuck so well down in there that they wouldn't allow this to spin properly or drain properly. So I was getting the 5D or SD suds error. The SD error stands for suds, which means that you're using too much soap or it's not able to drain, so there's suds that are being detected. So I got the F51 error, which means there was something wrong with going on there, and I tried to fix it by cleaning the sensor, but it wasn't actually the sensor, it was just this pair of shorts that was lodged down in there really well so that it couldn't spin and drain properly. There was also this pair of underwear and this little and this little sock that were clear down there, way down there, and I just used this long piece of metal, like a piece of extruded aluminum that I just had laying in my garage, and I kind of put a bend on the end of it, but it's just really a long piece of kind of stiff aluminum with a little hook on the end of it, and I fished that stuff out because I've removed this tub before when I had error codes before, and I got other clogs in there, and I really cleaned it out well, but in surprise, it was just within a few months I've got stuff clogged there again. So having a really long pair of hemostats was also helpful to get down there and take out pieces of laundry as I lifted them up with this other fishing tool. But you can really use anything. You can use a hanger. You could bend a hanger into the right shape to hook clothes down there. Long piece of metal combined with this really big hemostat worked really well. There's lots of things you can use. It seems to be spinning freely now. If that doesn't work, you might need to take this out. But taking this drum thing out is a pain. It takes a long time. It's really more difficult than it should be, unfortunately. But anyway, if you can just fish the items out from around the sides, that's the best way to go and save yourself the time. And if that fixes the problem, just do that. If it doesn't fix the problem, then you have to do this again. But you have to take out this entire tub. You have to take off that cap, unscrew those things, lift it off, and then you have to take this whole huge tub out, which is very difficult to do. I've done it before. I think this problem is more likely if you have kids in your house, because the smaller items of clothing, the little tiny pieces of socks, little tiny underwear, little tiny shorts are the ones that get stuck in there. So it's more likely to happen with smaller items of clothing, and if you overfill and put too much laundry in there at once, it kind of gets up and over the edge somehow. Even with the plastic thing that goes on here, it gets stuck in there somehow. But it seems to be spinning freely now, so I think that should have solved our problem. That's what I would try first, is looking for clothes here before you mess with anything else. Because that's what it's been every time in this washer. We've had this happen in this particular Maytag Bravos washer. We've had items of clothing get stuck in there and cause error codes. This is probably the third or fourth time this has happened now. So hopefully that will fix the problem. So the crazy thing is the clothing gets stuck in this tiny gap here. It's only just big enough to fit my finger through, just barely. And this is where the clothing gets up and under this edge, and it gets like little socks and underwear and little pieces of clothing or coins. Things somehow get up under that gap. I don't know if they could design it better or not. You know, that's kind of a design flaw. If I've had this happen probably 4 times in the amount of time. I've owned this washer for many years, though. I've had this washer for probably 9 years now. So having this washer for this many years, for 9 years, and having it get clogged with clothing 4 times, I guess isn't terrible, but it's annoying enough that they maybe could have designed it better so that you don't get articles of clothing up and under there and causing clogging issues. So let's put it back down and see if it works. Just do the drain and spin without any errors, then we'll be in business. Let's try it out. So you gotta drain and spin. And let's try it. See if we can get it without the SD or 5D suds error or the F51 error. Or the 2 errors that I had. So hopefully it will drain and spin like it's supposed to now. Yay, it's finally spinning. I haven't seen it do that for a while, so that's a good sign that we fixed it. Should only take 9 minutes to run this cycle, but the fact that it's spinning now is a great sign. It wasn't spinning before, so I think we got it fixed. So that's what I would say. The first thing I had to do is always just check for, in a Maytag Bravos top loading high efficiency washing machine, that's the first thing I would check, is for loose little pieces of laundry stuck around the edge of the barrel there that causes friction and causes suds to build up. So I'll probably have to do this again before we get rid of this washer. My guess is it will clog again eventually. Hopefully it'll take a long time. It was only, I think, 6 months ago I fixed it last time, so we'll see how it worked, how long it holds up this time. And the spin is working flawlessly with no error codes. That's great. Spinning beautifully, quiet. There's not anything clogged down in there anymore. It probably when it gets clogged is during the spin cycle. There's probably stuff high enough up here. I don't know, but usually it goes down. It's just weird that it gets stuff clogged in there. Anyway, just glad it's working and it didn't get the error this time. So that fixed the problem, just that laundry stuck in the side. Yay, it finally completed the rinse and spin cycle with no error codes, so we fixed the problem. Here we go.
Daddy, what you doing?
I'm just checking this sensor thing, buddy.
Why?
Because it got dirty, and I'm seeing if that's what's making the washing machine not work.
Oh, why?
Because the washing machine's broken.
Why is the washing machine broken?
Why is it broken? I don't know.
I can see you, Daddy. Daddy, why you need the tools? Wait, Dad, why you need this?
Because I was using it to tighten that thing.
Was I see?
Sure. There's Brave. Want to help me fix it?
Sure.
Okay. Thanks for coming to help. What should we do to fix it?
Put bubble gum in it.
Put bubble gum in it? That's a good idea. We'll fix it with some bubble gum. Oh, careful.
Put it in there, and the bubble gum will go in there and blast off in there.
The bubble gum will...
And the bubble gum will make fire.
I might have to use bubble gum if I can't get it to work this way. It's a good idea.
Yeah, you put bubble gum in here.
Mm-hmm. So,
why do you need this?
I was marking it so I know where to put it back. Almost like bubble gum.
It's like color and color and color and color and color.
Yep. Thank you.